Cordy and this is my cat Fenton, and in this video we're going to shave him and make him into a poodle. Today's video I wanted to talk about arpeggios, and it's going to be hopefully slightly interesting. There's going to be some stuff. He's bored. So yeah, I wanted to talk you through some arpeggio stuff. So if you've looked at arpeggios at all, you might have seen things like major 7 arpeggios across 2 octaves, or this kind of thing. You know, things for sweep picking and that sort of stuff. But I was looking through some videos that I filmed. So basically I filmed little practice clips of ideas that I think sound like something I want to play again if I stumble across them. So I found a clip doing this sort of thing. So we're in E flat, and we're doing something which sounds a bit like an arpeggio because it is one, but it's not just going straight up and down, it's doing a bit of a pattern. So we start on the 1, or E flat in this case, then we play the 7, the major 7, then the 5th, then the 3rd, then the 9, and then the 3rd again. So notes wise it's E flat, D, B flat, G, F, G. So slowly. And the eagle-eyed amongst you might notice that it fits into like 3s or 6s. So that's maybe stage 1. If you wanted to practice that, it would be a good thing for your picking, and it'd be a good thing for your left hand. You could practice moving that around the fretboard and seeing if you can play it on each string set. So those are 2 kind of useful things to practice to start with, and then the next thing that I think is useful to do is to move that entire kind of framework through the scale. So you've seen me do this a bunch of times before on other videos potentially, unless you're new, in which case this is something I'd like to practice because I think it helps you to visualize the scale but also get more out of one thing. So if we've got this in E flat, if we move that scale wise just a step up the scale, all of it goes up a step diatonically. You have like a minor version of it, yeah? Starting on F minor, so you've got this. Then we could continue that whole thing stepwise through the scale. Until we run out of frets. We could do that same thing moving stepwise through the scale, but try and keep it in the same area on the fretboard. Also try to descend it. So each of these things has taken me some time to work out in real time. So to me that shows me that it's something that's worth practicing because it's not coming immediately simply. So again, just what we've got is this one shape, the E flat. We could play that in a few other places. Then we could try and take that stepwise through the scale. Until we run out of space, and then we could try and do that staying in the same kind of area. So those are 3 useful steps, and then the next thing that I've found that would be kind of cool is a little bit more difficult again, and I need to write this out properly. And then I was going between playing the E flat major and its parent altered scale, which for me I use G altered or A flat melodic minor. Here's the last kind of thing that I wanted to try and show you, and that's going between the E flat major and the A flat melodic minor, but moving stepwise between the two, so hopefully you'll see what I mean. And I went off the rails there, but you get the idea. So I'm practicing alternating between the two. So so you get the kind of idea there. So I'm going to write that out, and that's something else that I've got to practice. So I think that's kind of a useful way to get something out of that kind of simple idea, which has in itself has kind of a musical quality to it and kind of a nice rhythmic feel, and isn't just a straight up and down arpeggio. So those are a few ways that I might try and practice that, and I'm going to do a bit more of it. So straight up through the scale then, etc. And then in the same place, and then descend through that. And then the final step for me is to try and alternate between the E flat major and the parent A flat melodic minor. So yeah, that's what I'm working on and what I think might be useful for you to work on if you like the sound of any of that. Hopefully this was somewhat interesting and useful. Maybe the tabs for this will be on my Patreon if you want them. Hopefully you can sort of see what I was getting at there. It'd be useful for you to also move this around in other keys. I guess that kind of goes without saying. But yeah, if there was anything useful in this video and you wanted to support me, there's a buy me a coffee link. I don't really teach, but hopefully this is the sort of stuff that I would show people if they wanted to learn from me. So if you do get anything out of the channel, I think it'd be a cool way to occasionally, only if you can afford it, but if you wanted to make a one-off donation, there's this buy me a coffee link. And thank you for everyone who does use that. It really does help. But hopefully just leave a like and a comment if you can't afford to support in the financial kind of ways. That's totally cool as well. I know times are tough. But if you've got anything useful out of this, you leave me a little comment as well. And if there's little areas in there that you might want me to explore more on the channel, please feel free to say, and I'll do that. Thank you for watching.